Your girl Shantae C checking in for a brand spanking new tea and things. I'm chilling with my homegirl.
Nia, what's up? It's another Wednesday. We're here back in the building. We're going to get into some of this hot celebrity tea tonight and some things for sure. But first, we are going to start out with shouting out our sponsor here, Lucky Coin. If you have a small business you want to grow, hit us up. We'll get you in touch. We will help you get to the bag, people.
Yes, hit us up at TN Things at TN Things, THANGZ, at gmail.com. And remember, you do have to have a physical location in order for you to take care of that situation if you need a little bit of extra Skrilla in your pockets.
Get to the bag.
So, what's going on, sis? What we got going on in celebrity news?
Well, okay, so, whew, because this one hit hard for me, being that I'm about to go see them. So, our girl Brandy, but we're going to give her a pass because I think it was only her second show. Our girl Brandy had to exit the stage.
Stage left,
but fresh into the tour.
right? So the
So
second
it's
concert.
like, when the last time Brandy done did a tour? But okay. Anyway, fresh into the tour. She did. They were performing in Chicago, her and Monica. Monica held it down.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
Yeah. For those of you guys who haven't heard, Brandy, Monica's second night of their tour down in Chicago. Brandy was in the middle of her set and just walked off the stage with no type of explanation. And just was basically like she couldn't do this or whatever. Monica came out and apologized on Brandy's behalf. Told everybody to basically have prayers for her. It came out that she was indeed dehydrated from so many rehearsals and I guess not really, fully getting rest and taking care of herself and things like that. So,
and she felt like she was gonna faint.
Yeah.
So I understand because I know, like, because we're all human at the end of the day, no matter
right,
you celebrity
or not.
Right. And I know when I push myself way too hard and I get to that level of tiredness, I am extremely sick. Very, very sick.
Yeah, I get it. But I do feel like she's a professional.
Yeah.
She should know.
She's been training since she was a little girl.
Right. She should know her body and what she needs. So hopefully this is the only time that this is going to happen because I definitely want to see her when we are in Vegas. So please make sure you hydrate Brandy.
Yes, hydrate Brandy. And one of the things the fans was upset because they didn't get to see The Boy Is Mine.
Right.
Which I'd have been pissed.
Yeah.
But I want Brandy to be good too.
Right. So. Of course.
So
what else we got going on?
All right. So this feud then came back up. So Kevin McCall.
Okay.
Just recently, well, he had filed a lawsuit against Chris Brown.
Okay.
Some time back, he said Chris owed him some money. The beef has came back up, and Kevin just was recently on a podcast.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he's on EBT now.
What?
Chris still owes him money. Chris Brown saying that he's broke and just want to troll, and he owes him no money. And Chris Brown is also saying, why you like our beef is done. Like we're no longer. I didn't have to pay you any money then. I ain't giving you no money now. Whatever. I think he's asking for $25,000. So Chris, that's like fucking pocket change for you. But Young Thug did step in because the guy cried on the podcast.
Yes, he did. Did you know that was Eva Marcel's ex?
No. He cried on the podcast, and Young Thug did step up and say he would give him $25,000, which is very nice.
Girl, I don't even know what to say about that. Like, just go work. Like, what is happening? Why are you asking other grown men for money? Like, if you are hard pressed for money, just go get a job. Like, why are you sitting here? Like, I get that you want to try to get the money that you're owed, but in the meantime, in between time, boo, you still gotta live. I'm gonna need you to go get a job.
I'm telling you, and
Okay.
that's another show for another day. But for whatever reason, when people have had celebrity status,
Yeah, they feel like they can't.
they feel like they can't go get a job. And I'm like,
I don't know why that
it's
is.
better than crying and
Listen, you saw homeboy, he was working at Trader Joe's.
who?
The guy that played Elvin on the Cosby Show. When he was hard pressed,
Oh yeah,
he went and got himself a job.
and that's a smart man, baby.
I'm talking about, he's like, listen, I don't have no qualms. If I gotta pay my bills, I gotta pay my bills. However I got to do it.
Yeah. Well,
Apparently he ain't that lit with he's a rapper. Like, jump on somebody's stuff for a feature. Like, if you were smart, get one of these YNs that's trying to make it and jump on one of their records and make them pay you 10 bands. I mean, they do it all the time. Come on, understand your craft and how to get to the bag.
I'll just go get the job. What's wrong with the job?
Yeah. So the question also is, how is he so broke? What did he do with his money?
Well,
Yeah.
it happens.
That is,
I mean, because y'all know some years back, T-Pain talked about how
he had no money.
He had, I think he said 20 million or 40 million. I think it was 20. It was 20 million, and he had to borrow money to buy his kids fast food,
which is crazy.
Which
is nuts, really.
Yeah. So I just want to bring this up real quick too, only because Shantae has a daughter, so I want to know her thoughts on that.
Okay.
So there's a story that's going viral. This single dad, kudos to you, brother. Kudos to you. Single father that has daughters.
Okay.
It went viral because, he was just trying to throw his daughter a slumber party for her birthday. And and moms were not allowing their daughters to go to a slumber party with a daughter that's being, with a man, basically, a man in the house.
Without a mom.
A mom. So Monica took to social media, and because people were really coming at these moms for, it's not right, Monica took to social media and said her daughters are going to no slumber party with just without a mom there, basically. Her daughters are not going.
I agree.
And so people been kind of coming at her a little bit. Not bad, but just like.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's not even the fact. So you want to try to keep the same continuity for your child, right? And if you're raising them in a 2-parent home, that might not be something that you're ready to explain to your child, why the daughter doesn't have the mom there, because that brings up a whole bunch of questions, like, where's your mom, where's your this? And so for some parents, that might
I think it might be more protective of their daughters too. I don't think, because we're in a world where
I'm just giving you my perspective as a mom. That's one of the reasons I'm not ready to explain that. Number one, I'm not ready to explain it to my daughter. And then number two, you just can't trust everybody. And like, I get it. He's a girl dad and this, that, and the third. And that's not to say that anything would happen, but you just don't know how free he may be around his daughter, because he doesn't have a woman to say, okay, no, you shouldn't walk around in your underwear, or no, you shouldn't walk around like this in front of the girls, or you shouldn't do that in front of the girls. Like, the mom is gonna say, okay, no, I think that's a little bit
right. And that's kind of where most people were coming from.
Right. And inappropriate. And it's not that he doesn't know, but it's just that when you are with your daughter all the time and you don't and there's nobody else. Like, it's, you feel comfortable doing that, and not to say that he doesn't know right from wrong, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I kind of sort of get it, why why parents would be a little bit more protective. And I will say, when I was growing up, my mom didn't allow me to go over anybody's house and spend the night that was a single parent, whether it was a single mom or a single dad.
Right.
She just wasn't okay with that, because she was not raising us like that, and she didn't want to have to answer those questions. So I think I'm like kind of with her on that too.
Right. Yeah. But today there's more, like, I mean, a lot, probably more than when you were growing up.
Oh yeah.
Divorced, probably single mom and dad,
Oh yeah.
But now today is like shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, thank you for your perspective, because Monica was saying her kids are not going to any slumber party, so y'all were coming at her a little bit about that. But yeah, that story went viral.
That's crazy. Lulu says, when you're living the celeb life with celeb expenses with no steady income, you go broke quick. And that's true.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
the thing is that celebrities live check to check just like everybody else. The only difference is you can see them on TV.
Yeah.
And if they're not good with investing their money, or they're not good with, making sure that their expenses and their income, meet where the rubber lies on the ground, you know what I'm saying? It's tough,
And a lot of times, I do know that they live off of paper, and when I say that, I mean, like, they can get things because they can show, I have this $300,000 thing going. So you're living off of that, right? Then you get the 300,000,
Yeah.
and everybody hit that bank account for their money.
Yeah.
So now you back where you were.
Yeah.
Doing it all again.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like, I always tell people, you spend to what most people spend to what they make. You know what I'm saying? So if you make $500,000, you spend a $499,000. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna save this for next week, because Lizzo's being sued again.
Oh my God.
But I got some questions about that. Okay. Anyway, so y'all gonna have to tune in next week, because we got to get into our topic
we
of the
sure
night.
do, guys. So listen, just going off of the guy, and he needs the money, and this, that, and the third. I think that is so crazy, because people these days will say that they could do something, and they really can't do it. They say they got the hookup, but they really ain't got it. They're acting like they balling out of control, and they really ain't. And then we gonna talk about the fakeness of it all.
Right. Well, I want people to stop saying you got the hookup.
Yeah.
If you don't, because you could really be wasting somebody's time. You know what I mean? Like, for sure. Like, if I ask somebody for something and I can't do it, I mean, if they can't do it, just tell me you can't do it. I ain't gonna take no more, no less of you.
One thing that really gets me is people who will talk a lot. They'll be like, "Oh, I know this person. I know that I could do this. I could do that." And then when you call them out on it, like, "Oh, okay, well, introduce me to such and such then," or "Get me on the list for such and such," or whatever. And then they be like, "Oh, well," and then they can't act like they can't do it, or they say that they can do it, and then they tell you, and then they be like, "Okay, you good." And then you go, and then you like, "Okay, why don't nobody know about my reservation?"
Yeah, I've had that happen to me before.
Or you said that when I came here, they was gonna give me 50% off everything. I got my bill; it was full price.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Go see such and such. They're gonna hook you up. And then as soon as I get the bill, why is my bill still the same price? I thought you said they was gonna hook me up. I'm just trying to see.
Yeah, I know. People really got to stop saying they have the hookup if they don't. And sometimes I'll say that sometimes it's not malicious
Yeah.
because you're going through another person, right? So say somebody own a restaurant or whatever. And you're like, oh, can I have my, do you think it'll be okay if we have our wedding party there or whatever? And you got to go through a third person.
Yeah.
And that third person is like, no, I mean, it ain't your wedding. So I get it, but don't overly promise.
And under deliver.
Right. Or you may not have that, you may not really, just because you know somebody don't mean you know somebody. You know what I mean?
Or they're willing to give your other person, because they might be willing to give you the hookup,
Right,
but then they might not be willing to give your homegirl sister the hookup.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
Like I just feel like hookups are for like first generation. Like we gotta be number one acquaintance. Like I can't be getting a hookup through a number two acquaintance. Like I'm not gonna be like, hey Nia, I'm trying to go to, case in point, I'm trying to go to this concert. I know you can't go, but can you ask your homegirl, can she give me the tickets? Like, I just feel like that just doesn't work. Like, I feel like you gotta have your own hookups. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and that's okay to like shift and but and ask sometimes, like
or even be willing to put up a little bit of money, even if you couldn't afford to pay the whole amount. Like,
I mean, I feel like it's definitely okay to ask, but I feel like, okay, so I get people all the time ask me about going to Hawks games. So, all the time. I mean, and I'm always,
but it's your hookup though.
It is my hookup, but I'm not comfortable with going to, Dominique Wilkins, like, hey, Nick, hook me up with some extra tickets for me for my friends. You know what I mean? Like, I got 2 tickets. Like, it's 2 tickets. Like,
right. I don't got 10 tickets.
Me and you. Right. You and your wife. You and your coworker. Right. Whatever.
Right.
But that's what it is, But I get people ask me all the time, but I let them know, oh, well, I'm going to that game, so.
Right, you can't go.
Yeah, I'm not going to overpromise that I'm going to get you 2 tickets and you making all these plans and all this stuff and got people coming in town and all this, and then I just don't answer the phone and under-deliver. I'm not going to do that.
That is so crazy. I would be so pissed off if somebody promised me something and I had somebody flying.
But it happens all the time.
Oh my God. I mean, even so high.
I ain't gonna go all the way into it, but even over the weekend, there was a restaurant
situation.
There was a restaurant that I've been trying to get into. And I asked a friend that's always telling me, I got you. I'm best friends
with the owner.
I got you. I text, hey, me and my cousin want to go here after church on Sunday. Boom, boom, boom. We went there. I was told I was good. I get there.
You're not good.
I'm not good, but I got another person with me. And we made plans accordingly.
Right.
Because we didn't eat. We done went to church. We're starving.
And now you looking crazy.
Yeah. So now I got to call around and call an owner that I actually know to get in their spot. To make it up to my cousin, because I got her running around with me. And we done looked at the menu. We had our order ready, baby.
Oh, yeah. And whenever you do decide to go, I can definitely give you some suggestions because their food is slamming. I ain't even gonna hold you.
But I'm saying that to say that even if my friend that I called would have been like,
I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, because I get it. She doesn't own the spot.
Right.
So,
Right.
But I just think that you don't tell people
that you can if you can't.
That you can if you can't.
I mean, that's just the bottom line, y'all.
I mean, even like, when did I fly? Last weekend before, whatever.
Yeah.
I ran into a celebrity friend and we started talking about a spot, a silent invested spot I'm in. I ain't gonna go there. But he was telling me he wanted to rent the club out, blah, 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 blah. And I promised all these things because I'm a private invested owner. So I know that I could make this happen. I can make the call. But I wouldn't have promised this if I couldn't. Then bam, he called me over the weekend about what we talked about. Boom, he was good. He had his shebang and it went nice.
Went off without a hitch.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you just don't tell people you could do shit if you can't do it. I mean, because it happens so much.
Listen, that's why I am going to be honest with you. Unless, like, if I'm going to try to get a hookup, right? Normally, I'm not going to go without the person who actually has the hookup because I just feel like it don't never work out. It don't never work out if you ain't with the person, because then if you with that person and something ain't going right, you just look at them and be like, all right, well, what we doing? And they gonna figure it out. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, let me use your hookup and you not there. And I feel like it just don't never. It don't.
But why do people tell you that you're good if you're not good?
Yeah, and I mean, if it's gonna be like, now I will say that there have been times where, somebody has gifted me tickets to things, but they send me the tickets. I'm not gonna go without ticket in hand. I'm not gonna go without the contact in my phone. I'm not going to go and be sitting there looking crazy. I just am not. I can't do it.
But it's so frustrating that people say that they can do it.
And they can't.
And they can't. I mean, because like sometimes people have like, okay, for instance, I like basketball, but I don't like it enough that, I know Final Four is a big deal. Not to me. But, I was blessed to get, what did I have? 4 Final Four tickets. And I had a client, because it wasn't that he couldn't afford to get the tickets. They had no tickets.
Right.
These things are only in certain states and they're sold out.
Right.
So they were sold out. And I happen to have 4 tickets of a full arena that when he asked me, he was the first one to ask. And I'm like, oh, sure. Yeah. And he's like, well, can I buy 2 of them? I'm like, you can have all 4 of them because I'm not going.
Right.
And I guess it's like a 4-day series type thing or whatever. And, but he didn't even, he bought his kid and his kid friend, and it was a big deal to them.
Yeah.
And they're sports kids and they love it.
Yeah.
And what if I would have promised something and not deliver it and you got these kids involved?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't do shit like that. You just don't. Yeah. And I'm tired of people that do.
Girl, me too. I don't like it when you try to tell me one thing and then it's just simply not true. I feel like it's just a bold-faced lie, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like people gaslight. I mean,
it's like, why are you
you're
lying?
making it either like either you don't really have that relationship close enough with that person or you don't want to ask. And I get it, not wanting to ask. I get people ask me stuff all the time and I'm like, I'm just honest. I really wouldn't want to ask them that unless I was going. And I know I can't go because I'm not even going to be in state. So.
Yeah. Typically I don't give any hookups to people. That's not my thing. Now, if I want to do something nice for you, I'll do it. But I generally speaking, I don't really do that type of thing because you just don't know if somebody gonna mess up your connection with somebody,
that's true.
or and most people who gonna ask you for the hookup, a lot of times they ain't got it no way. So I already know if you gonna behave properly.
Well, Robin says, my glasses.
Oh,
Tell us what-
this isn't the same type of hookup, but I don't like it when people ask me if my husband can do something for them. If you if you need something from him, you just ask him. Don't ask me.
And that is the same type of hookup, and I like that. Like, send them directly to the source. If you're not comfortable asking, but don't tell people, oh yeah, my husband's gonna fix your car on Saturday. He's gonna give you a full motor and charge you nothing.
Now, I will say people do come to me a lot and ask me to have my husband do stuff, and I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, you really gonna have to talk to him. I'm like, I'll mention it to him, but you need to really talk to him.
I feel you.
I'm like, I'll mention it, but I don't never promise. Well, there was only one time I promised something, and he was like, I mean, I guess you really wanted to do it because you promised it to them, but on a normal basis, I'd be like, y'all need to call him, or I'll mention it, but you need to call him. Talking to me is not talking to him.
And that's good, because what if be one of these people that's like, oh yeah, he'll do it. He's got you. He'll build you a whole damn house this weekend.
Girl, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't promise that shit.
Yeah.
If you know.
Well, a lot of the times I don't really know his schedule fully, We talk about it in the mornings, but sometimes unless it's something that was like pre-planned some time ago, I really don't know. So I normally have to say, "Oh, hey, what are you doing today?" Da 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 da. Somebody asked me something, but did they call you? Because I don't know all the see, what I do is I don't even get all the details. I don't want to know when it is. I don't want to know what time it is. I don't want to know nothing. I'll let him know that you want to ask him something. And I'll leave it at that. I'm like, because I got too much stuff to remember. I can't be remember his stuff too.
And Robin says, no volunteering of the spouse to do stuff. I like it, Robin.
I know that's right.
I like it. So for all you people out there that tell people that you're going to hook them up and you're good.
And just stop with the foolery.
Yeah, just stop.
Stop with the foolery.
Because people are really arranging their schedule a certain way. You know what I mean? So if you really can't get something done, either do like Shantae said, got to go to the horse itself, or let me ask, or...
girl, I'd be like, I'll mention it, but you need to ask.
Okay. Do that.
Yeah.
Or tell people, I don't really know them like that. Or tell people, I don't think I could do it.
And that is the number one reason why I don't typically tell people who I know, because I don't even want them type of problems. I don't really disclose. Like, if I know somebody that I think a lot of people would be asking me about, I don't even disclose that information.
Yeah, don't do it.
I don't do it because I don't even want you asking me to ask nobody to this and to that. I don't want it.
You don't want nobody saying, can they give me a music career? Can they sign me?
No, I don't want. Anyways, we got 3 minutes left. You got us a tip for the day.
I definitely got us a great tip for today. Okay. We're talking about the traveling thing.
Okay.
All right. And sometimes we're nice and we want to actually treat our family and friends to travel.
Yeah.
So one thing that I've learned, and I don't know every airline, I'm going to actually research what airlines do it, but I know Southwest is one. And I believe Delta is another. But what I've learned, because I've been burnt in the past, by buying family or friends plane tickets, and then they cancel. So they then, if I paid $360 for the ticket or whatever, they get a credit in their account for $360.
As opposed to it going back to the person who purchased the ticket.
Right. So they got to cancel. You pay for the ticket. they got to come up.
Which is so messed up. I'm like, that is so
But
janky.
it happens, you know. I mean, sometimes people don't even do it. They could get sick or whatever and just can't make the trip, and then, now they got a plane ticket.
Right? Ain't trying to reimburse you. Don't transfer the credit or nothing. It's just crazy, guys. So just make sure that if you are going to get, look, you have to.
I'm about to tell them that I do know that Southwest and Delta. So if you are treating a family member or a friend to a plane ticket, what I have found is that if you purchase that ticket with points, with your points, so even if you don't have enough points for the ticket, you was going to buy it anyway, just go buy the additional points.
Yes.
Of what you do have. Then you purchase that ticket with points. If that person cancels, the points go back to the original account they came out of, which is yours.
Nice little
so
tip.
You get your.
So basically, y'all,
you get your points back and then you can fly on them.
So basically, y'all, what she's saying is if you gonna go and buy your cousin them a ticket and you know they notorious for canceling and getting the credit back, listen, before you buy the ticket, just go buy some points and then purchase the ticket with the points.
With the points from your account.
So if for some reason they decide they need to cancel,
your points will just come back to the original account they came out of.
Yes, baby.
Which is yours.
Yes. So anyways, that's our time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you comment, like, and share. And look, catch us every Wednesday, same time, same place. We love you. We will see you next week. Peace.
See you next Wednesday.